Hey guys, how's it going? LuaCreationist here. Sorry I haven't been recording in so long. A lot of stuff been going down. Anyway, if I remember correctly, last time we learned position. So, let me just get started here. Right now I'm just going to create a part. And I want to teach you guys a few new things today. I want to teach you top surface and bottom surface. The top surface property, like if you want studs or inlets or welds at the top of it, I'll explain in a minute. Top surface will be a string value. It could be something like that surface value, I think, like that. But I always use a string and say smooth for the best results. If I didn't teach you brick color, then brick color is the color of the brick. And brick color is one of the two color values, color3.new and brickcolor.new. Brickcolor.new has 64 preset colors, like bright red, cool yellow, bright blue. I actually like the color bright red. There are ways to convert brick color into color3.new. There's no way to convert color3.new into brick color, if I know correctly. Actually, I just figured out what it is, but still, same. We also learned how to anchor things, which is a boolean. The thing about booleans is they can only be true or false values. And what I want to teach you today is the introduction into more in-depth programming. There is something like C-frame. C-frame is a good example. You could do like a gigantic for loop, which I actually might do in the end of this video if we have time. So part.C-frame, let's just find the position of the base here. If we wanted to, okay, a couple things about C-frame before we actually get into depth with it. C-frame has to, it requires an anchored part because it can do things such as changing the, C-frame requires these parts. Hold on one second. Alright, I'm sorry about that. Let's pick up where we left off. C-frame. C-frame requires an anchored part, or else it'll just fall out of the ground without rotation, and if you add rotation to the C-frame of an unanchored part, it'll make it shoot in random directions, which is, I don't think, wanted. Depending on your use, it could be wanted. I don't know. But for now, I'm going to have it anchored. So I'm going to find the position of the base plate real quick, make sure I can get this right. Okay, it's negative 0.61, so that's good. So if we do this, C-frame.new is kind of like position. It's kind of like vector3.new, except for it puts it to that exact position instead of putting it to the nearest position without touching another part. For example, if you had vector3.new, then a part, if there was a part already at the position, the brick would spawn. Okay, let me restart that sentence. So you just made a part. It's at, let's say, 222. That's its position. 2-2-2, like separate with vector3. And you have another part, and you try to spawn it with position at 2.2.2, 2-2-2, then it'll just spawn on top of it. With C-frame, it'll just spawn inside the brick. It goes to the exact position every time. So if we were to spawn this at 0.7, so you can still see it, 0, and we were to run this, give me a moment here. Make sure we get this. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna just copy and paste this for easier use into here. Bam! And if we check the position, 0.7 exactly. So let me just give you a quick recap. If we were to run it with 0.6, you see how that's another part inside of it? It's pretty freaking neat. I'm sorry about that. Or 0.45. If we were to run that, it's inside the base plate. So it's kind of like using something Roblox already has, but you could use it in a script builder or something. I don't know what you're going to do with it, but you can. And you can also do some, there are mathematical equations we can do with this, and I'm going to teach you that. Like right now, we got, 9 minutes left in the video minimum. Maximum, I meant. 4i equals, I'm just going to create this and tell you what it does real quick. Okay. What this does is, it creates a for loop, and what a for loop is, it will repeat this for how many times I is. So if you have 4i equals 1 dash 10 do, then it will repeat this 1 through 10 times. So if I did 5 through 10, it repeated 5 times, 1 through 10, it's 10 times, 1 through 20, it'd be 20 times, 5 through 20, 15 times, that sort of thing. Skype. And the wait point 1 is, that's how many seconds until it repeats it again. And I'm going to be showing you while loops also in the next tutorial. And what we're going to do is create a little equation here. Part.cFrame. Let's add this again. Part.cFrame equals cFrame.new 0.50. Okay, part.cFrame. Okay, the cFrame here is cFrame.new 000. So, if I were to access the part cFrame, such as part.cFrame equals part.cFrame, it would return the value into the script, this value. So .cFrame is, makes sense. So what we can do is, with position, we would use a plus sign and then another vector 3 value, but with or minus, of course. Or with cFrame, we use a multiplication sign or a division sign. I'm pretty sure minus and plus work too, but this is more recommended. Part.cFrame equals part.cFrame, which was again returning the part's cFrame value, times cFrame.new. We want to increase it by 0.1. So part.cFrame equals cFrame.new 0-0.50 times cFrame.new 0-0.1-0. So what that'll do is, the first time going around, it'll add 0.1 to this, so we're at 0.6 now. And then the next time, it'll add another 0.1, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, pretty much until it's at I don't know, 0.10 or something. And if we run that, you can see immediately what it does. It creates a part and adds 0.1. Now we can do anything we want with this. What we could do is, we could have this inside of here, and if we ran this, then it would actually create that many parts. So if we did this, let's do that. So if we did that, now we have 10 parts here, believe it or not. See, I'm deleting these parts, and there's still one there because they're all at the same position. But still, it's creating 10 parts. So that's 4 loops, and what I want to show you is called an IE equation. So what I want to do is, I want to put this back. and I want to part that C frame equals I, which is the number that it's at between 1 and 10. So if we had gone through the loop 3 times, then it would be at 4. I would be 4. So the first time going around, I would be 1. So we do I divided by 10, and the C frame would be 0.1, if I'm correct. We're going to do I, and now I want to show you a different type of C frame. So if we clearly put it here so I can run this, and we run this code, it's increasing its C frame by exactly 1 block each time. So if you remember how to print things, if we print I, this is how you know how for loops actually begin to work. If we were to print I, we would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is pretty cool. Now, an I equation is still this, not that, this. So what it's doing is it's creating a new C frame value at the axes of x 0, I, which is right now equal to nothing until we run it, which will be equal to anything from 1 through 10 depending on where it is in the loop, and 0 again for the z. So we can do all sorts of things. We can do I divided by 10 and it'll increase by 0.1, which I'm going to show you here. There is, you ever seen those games where you have the parts that are just spinning in the air? Well, there's 2 ways you can do that. You can do it with from Euler equals x, y, z, and angles. They do the exact same thing. So what we can do is we can do I divided by 10, I divided by 10, I divided by 10, and eventually we get to 1. So this is really a quite simple little project. So if we come here, copy this, it'll create a part. I'm going to tell you what it does and then show you that it works. It'll create a part at exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And it'll change the angles from all of these axes from 0.1 through 1. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that script. And see how the angles are changing? That's pretty neat, isn't it? Now what I can do here is do this and part.cFrame equals cFrame.new 0, 1, 0, and we add a little weight onto here. And you want to see what we get, guys? This is really neat, if you ask me. Of course, I'm pretty sure you didn't, unless I'm blind to death. Okay. We just created this little spin part, and it'll spin 100 times, and it'll stop. So if we sat here and waited 10 seconds, then it would start and stop. Bam, done. Okay. So now that we got that, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. But next time we are going to be learning some basic functions, how to make a function, and what you can do with them, and some preset functions like onTouched. That's how they make bullets, just so you know. And in the future, I will see what we got. Thank you. This has been LuaCreationist Scripting Tutorials, Episode 3.